The weather has been so fantastic. So unbelievably excited that it's summertime. Hayden is just loving summer. He is such a man after my own heart. He's really just so much fun. He's really turning into like a toddler. He's just got so much personality. He's got so many words. He loves going down a slide. You know, we got him this like little plastic slide, and he's just been loving going on that. We got all these new toys, and neighbor came over and gave him some like old Tonka trucks, and he loves those because he loves cars. He's like a total typical boy with that. Yeah, I don't know. I can't. The kids just, as of right now, they just get more fun. We're traveling again. And on Wednesday, we fly out of here. We're going to, big surprise, Disney World again. Very excited for it. This was a trip that we had actually planned to be much later in the year. But anyways, some things. And so now we're going again. It's going to be a whole big family affair. Everybody's going. We're all very excited. I'm very excited. I'm especially excited because now Caden is much older, and even though I know he's not going to remember this trip most likely, or, you know, very unlikely that he will remember it, it's just going to be more fun with him because he is so much more engaged in terms of, like, you know, he understands Disney characters and reacts to them, but he also just loves rides. You know, he loves going fast. He loves anything like wild and crazy. So he's gonna love going on rides, and we're really excited to see him do that, because even though he may never remember it, we'll remember it, and that makes the experience so much more fun. And he's still free. He's free until he's 3 years old. This will also likely be the last airplane flight that we take where he's also going to be free, because after you're 2 years old, you have to buy yourself a ticket. Anyways, among the various things that's going to make this trip different is I'm going to change. Last year, I have a really bad tendency of way overpacking with equipment. I bring just so much stuff that I'm not going to end up using and don't end up using. And last year I brought a lot of big, heavy cameras. It wasn't this one, but it was the same kind of size and weight as this one. But this year, I'm thinking of just bringing this one, which is slightly smaller, and I'm only going to bring smaller lenses as well, because my focus this time around is, while I will take video, I just want to take photos. I've just been a lot more into photography, which is not saying much or saying much. I don't know. I've never been much of a photo taker, but this year it's increased more. I've enjoyed taking photos, so I'm just trying to find some lenses that I'd be interested in bringing. This is one of my favorite lenses. I know I've talked about this before, but this is a 12 millimeter, which is kind of rare to find. Usually 18 and 16 millimeter is the widest wide angle lens you'll really find. That isn't quite a fisheye. That one begins to distort a little bit, but I just love how dramatic it looks with movement. Like I said, it's kind of hard to find a lens that's that wide. I think 10 millimeter is the widest you can go before it's considered a fisheye. So this is a 50 millimeter that I'll be bringing. And then I think I'm going to bring this 12 millimeter. And then ultimately I got to decide if I want to bring this one. This is a 55 to 210 lens. So it's a zoom. The only thing is it's long. And it also doesn't have any doesn't have any stabilizers, so it's kind of really shaky when you zoom it in. And to be totally honest with you, it's not a terribly good lens. It's just not a very high quality lens. Said batteries are come by around here. Nope, this battery's completely dead. Let me see if I have another one. Yeah, I had to take like allergy medication, which I don't ever do, only because it always super dries me out. But then additionally, I always have so much sleepiness, drowsiness. I'm really sensitive to any kind of like antihistamine or anything, even when it's like non-drowsy medications. I always just feel tired. The other thing is I am going to take this guy, this old Canon camera that I just love so much, SX210, which is just something about it. It's very nostalgic to me. I have a soft spot for early thousands cameras. I'm not really, I like VHS a little bit, but mostly what my favorite era is DV tape to very early digital. That's like my favorite. The problem is this 12mm is not a full frame lens. Because I'm not gonna take this giant heavy. This isn't even my 24-70, but it's same weight roughly in size. I'm gonna pull the battery off of here really quick because I just want to show you what every photo is gonna look like now. All right, so let me take a normal photo with the 50mm. So that's what it should look like, right? Okay, something. All right, and this is what. This is hilarious. This is what the photo will look like with a 12mm lens. You'll see a hue. Let me just snap another one. That's probably better. You'll see a border. And that's because this lens is made for a smaller sensor frame. This is a 1 inch. That's a 3/4. Let's see if I can take a picture of myself here. A little trick is if you put a UV filter on your camera, sometimes you can see yourself in the reflection, and you can use that roughly as like a gauge of where the center of your frame is. So you can put your nose right in the middle, and then it roughly gets your nose in the center of the shot. Anyways, so that's going to be my load for the trip. It's going to be 2 cameras and 2 lenses, and obviously my phone, which is usually what most of the vlogging comes down to, because there is just something about a phone that's really tough to beat in terms of usability, especially when you're traveling, because it fits in your pocket. It's so discreet. You can pull it out really quickly. It gets great footage for what it is. You know, it can adapt to any situation. So if you're just trying to like vlog, it's to be honest, it's really tough to beat a phone. I've had many cameras to vlog with, including this one right here. And this is a great camera. The Sony ZV-1 is such a great camera. I honestly would recommend it to really anybody for anything. That being said, your phone is still just a better thing to vlog on. Because people underestimate the pain in the buttness of carrying a whole separate device just to film on. It's another thing that you have to purchase, and most of the time what you need to make videos is already in your pocket. You know, I don't recommend buying expensive equipment to anybody who wants to film anything. All right. Thanks for sitting with me and going through some fun stuff. Like I said, I'm leaving Wednesday, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good. Bye.